Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. 90-Day Fiancé the other way couple. Gabriel Pabon and Isabel Pat's love story has reached a surprising ending. Gabe is a 33-year-old from Florida who found love in Colombia and decided to move there on season 4. Gabe was in relationship with Isabel, who was a single mom of 2. Gabe is the first transgender cast member of the franchise and had impressed fans with his innovative business where he sold underwear for female-to-male transgender people who have not had bottom surgery. Isabel quit her job to help Gabe set up his business in Colombia. Gabe and Isabel had fans rooting for their success from day one. They had a unique storyline, and Isabel was praised for understanding her partner's needs and accepting Gabe. They had a fairy tale wedding, although Gabe's sister Monica created problems by refusing to attend it during the tell-all was when Isabel complained about Gabe flirting with other women and visiting bars in Colombia with his friend. Isabel had come across as insecure at the time. However, did this lead to the situation? Gabe and Isabel are currently in. Gabe had gone to Colombia to look for a supply supper for his brand's underpins. Gabe met Isabel while he was hunting for a supplier. They had met at a mutual friend's house. Gabe felt his heart melting when he saw Isabel for the first time. There was immediate chemistry, and he believed there was a string that was pulling them together. They went out that night where they kissed, hugged, and danced, but Isabel refused to have sex with Gabe. However, Gabe was relieved since he had not told Isabel he was trans. The morning after he met Isabel, Gabe thought of telling her he was trans. He texted her, and she told him it was okay because she saw him as a man. Gabe thought things couldn't have worked out any better in his favor. Gabe relocated to Medellin a couple of months later, where he rented an apartment and got Isabel to live with him. He had been going back and forth ever since. Gabe was moving to Colombia permanently because he didn't want to be away from Isabel anymore. Gabe was making it official. Even his sewing machines were going with him to Colombia. Gabe was excited about moving since Colombia was trans-friendly and he knew about a lot of trans men living in the country. The problem was that Isabel's parents did not know that Gabe once used to be a woman. They had already accepted Gabe as their future son-in-law and accepted him, but he felt so bad because they didn't know about his past. Gabe said he made it a point to not tell everyone that he was trans, including some friends. 90-Day fans. Gabe thought it was important to tell Isabel's mom and dad because he was going to become a part of the family. Gabe didn't want them to find out the truth from someone else. He was even confused about whether he should have asked for her dad's permission to marry Isabel first or tell him that he was trans. Isabel was very close to her family, and her parents were religious. However, Gabe came out to Isabel's parents, and they didn't mind at all that he was trans. Gabe remained skeptical about her parents' decision until the last moment. Gabe was accepted with love after he came out as trans to them. Interestingly, Gabe was suspicious when Isabel's family had no issues with his sexuality, considering her dad was a conservative religious person. However, Isabel's dad saying he shouldn't judge because he's the only one who can judge had shocked Gabe. He was bracing for the worst and started overthinking about how easily Isabel's dad had accepted him. Isabel tried convincing him that they loved him and hence accepted him. Perhaps it wasn't anxiety, but his intuition that was trying to stop Gabe from marrying Isabel. By March 2024, Gabe announced he was getting a divorce from Isabel. Gabe was not in a good place financially as his business was not doing well. He worked 18 hours every day. Gabe claimed Isabel had betrayed him and taken everything away from him, leaving him with nothing. As per Gabe, there had been times when Isabel had been missing for weeks and never gave him any explanations for it. Fans asked him where she was, and Gabe was embarrassed because of what she did. He believed everything that Isabel did was just an act. By June 2024, Gabe shared an Instagram post where he claimed Isabel had loaned out his motorcycle without his knowledge and racked up over $1,500 in traffic tickets. Gabe had to pay almost $6,000 in debts for months of unpaid rent. The money was what Gabe had set aside for his business. Gab took help from fans who helped him raise over $2,000 to deal with financial obligations relating to an apartment in Colombia, where he lived with Isabel.